don't care where you study. I don't care if you have a degree or not. I just want you to show me the work you've done.
Ngoja mimi nimesikia wasi wengi ki-unmeter lakini wakiwork nje. Kuna kampuni ya Kenya inalipa engineer 1M.
Ziko.
Achana safi.
Ziko.
Damn.
Being a machine learning engineer is kuna pesa hapo.
Okay.
So,
let's start with junior machine learning engineer.
Okay, junior machine learning engineer code.
So, si forex peke yake iko na pesa.
Pia AI iko na pesa.
Adi data by the way, data iko na.
Guys, you can't be listening up to this point and you haven't subscribed.
Wow.
We are going to be feeding in this season. Actually, we are going to be feeding you with like building you. Sour. Yeah. So continue subscribing and share, comment on what you want us to do next. Podcast flow with the vibe. It's been a minute, it has been long, guys, and you've missed us, but today we've come with a different thing. Tumeamua kushift kiasi. Tumeamua, let's build your campus life, let's make it educative. Ukitoka hapo utoke na umelearn kitu, umekaa chini unafikiria, and you're going to shift your life kiasi. I'm still your host, Temi Cheryl.
Mimi naitwa Richie Chulo, but sasa ni kama mtaanza kuniita Richard Makori. That's my full name because season 2 naona nikitumia hiyo jina. But anyway, Richie Chulo in the building. Na today manze, I'm so happy for season 2. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be lit. I know we've had a break, but we had a break because of this season 2.
And our gorgeous lady,
oh my god, Harriet K. Oh my god, today I'm elated to sit besides Osborn. Umse, yani usikie sasa akili yangu imeshift kidogo. I know you used to me as a different person, but oh my god, I'm so excited for season 2, and I know it's gonna be educative and inspirational.
Yeah, so we have Osborn as our guest today, a machine learning builder. Have I said it correctly?
Yeah.
Yes, an AI guru, wanaitwa fundi wa mitambo.
Osborn.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us, who is Osborn?
So I'm Osborn Nyakaru. I pursue computer science. I'm in my 3rd year. I also do machine learning. So I'd say I'm a machine learning engineer, and also I pursue or do a lot of venture. I'm interested in venture building and entrepreneurship. So that's me.
Wow.
Maybe you can tell us how you came to get into AI and ML. What triggered you to get into that field?
Okay, so I would say it started, let's say my tech journey started when kitambo kidogo, 3 years ago, before I joined campus. I went into a boot camp, a 3-month boot camp, to do software development for 3 months. So that's where I did the basic fundamentals of software development before joining campus. I was actually in KU before I came to Chuka University for a whole year.
Of the go hold kwanza kiasi. Umesema something to do with food camp. You know, most of us here were not really into tech, so do you mind explaining what it is?
So a boot camp is like a program or a workshop where you study the fundamentals of software development. So it entails learning something like HTML, CSS, Python, programming. So these are tech languages that are used, the programming languages in software development. Yeah, so it was a 3-month program in Westlands. It was by this institute called Modcom. So it was a 3-month period before joining campus. Yeah.
Wow. That's after now you've transitioned from Form 4 uketoka tu hivi na ukaanza tu kuingia software.
Yeah, kwanza ilikuwa they came to our school campus wakasema the people doing computer studies did this assessment or a test so that you get approval to have a like it was a partial scholarship to join the program. So after that we qualified, a number of us qualified, but I was the only one that joined that boot camp for those 3 months. So after campus, I went there before even getting my results and all. So that's where the interest in tech sparked even more than high school. I still did computer science, computer studies there, but now it broadened my perspective of tech.
Okay.
So why did you join tech?
Tech is interesting. I was the kind of person that at home they tell, even when I was young, not so young, but the person that everyone came to na kupea simu, nitengenezee hii, fix for me this, where is this application in my phone? So I was that kind of person, but it wasn't that deep. But yeah, it sparked, I'd say from the boot camp itself, the 3-month boot camp in 2021. Yeah, so that was where I realized I was having fun. The 3 months was very extensive. It was something new. I knew the basics of computers, but now getting into Python programming, a bit of introduction to data science. That's why I realized, okay, this is something interesting, and yeah, it was the beginning of my tech journey.
Oh wow! So before we go deep into now machine learning and things to do with community building, because I know that's part of the things that you do, anaweza taka uambie msee pale hivi ambaye ni let's say first year, because you're in your third year, first year already, hii ni semester ya kwanza, ashapiga ashaona venye kuko, others maybe washa feel kama this is not what I wanted, na pia kuna wengine they're doing a different course, let's say Bachelor of Education, but they hear tech has money, they want now to shift or just to continue with their studies but now doing tech as part-time thing. So how could you advise them?
I would say tech is very, like, everyone should just dive into tech, even the fundamentals, because tech covers everything these days. It's in medicine, it's in agriculture, everything just needs tech anyways. So for a beginner who's confused where they should go, maybe they're in tech and they're not sure, because tech is also broad. There's cybersecurity, there's machine learning, there's data science. So when you get into tech, then you're still confused, where do you go, because there are many branches. And there's also those people who are not in tech specifically, but they hear the buzz about tech and they are also interested in getting into it. I would say the best thing to do is to seek mentorships. I think this is something I've not said somewhere, but a friend of mine is working on it's like a platform, or I'd say it's a platform where they connect you, he connects you to mentors or people who already made it. They give you their tech story, they give you their school journey. Some people actually never study anything to do with tech. There's this tech lady called Susan, I don't know her second name, but she's the founder of Phoenix Analytics, which is a data science kind of a boot camp. She did finance and economics in campus, but she's actually deep into tech these days. So the platform itself, it's kind of, we're trying to solve the problem of people who are not exposed to mentors and all these people, through a platform where you can find these people, connect with them, they share their insights, they tell you how to craft your story, they tell you how to craft your CV, how to stand out, because the competition in tech is so high. For you to stand out, you have to be at a certain level. You don't have to be the same um, as everyone else. So yeah, just seek mentorship, find people who are there, um, make sure that your LinkedIn presence is appealing, so that you connect with people who have already done it. If you're interested in maybe cybersecurity, search through cybersecurity boot camps or cybersecurity people already in the market, and just try to explore all the stuff. So LinkedIn is a good place to start. Yeah.
Okay. But now, this story of mentorship and everything, I've had it ever since I joined first year, actually. But getting to approach someone, and do you ask them that I want you to be my mentor? How does it start for you to become someone's mentee now in tech?
Okay, so I would say it's definitely tough, because as you said, you've heard about it for a while, and it's hard to find these people because they're already committed, they have their own things going, and having a one-on-one convo with you is kind of tough for them. So that's why I would say um, we're trying to, my friend, I'd say I'm part of it as well. We're trying to solve that by maybe approaching these people through LinkedIn, because some of them are very receptive. They respond to your messages. They tell you, okay, we could schedule a time and do this, this, and this. So we're trying to make sure that all the causes, what you're trying to do is making sure that these people spare their time for um, maybe their weekends or something like that, to mentor a number of people through maybe Google Meet or something. So it's something that we're working on to make sure that you can't tell me that one person will mentor every single person that approaches them, because time is so limited for them. So trying to create a platform that allows one single mentor, let's say in um, not necessarily tech only, but it's every course, law, IT, and the other sectors. So creating a platform where one mentor can um, advise a number of people at once is more, that one makes more sense than you trying to approach one person. That means you could imagine how many people approach them in one at once. So creating a platform that allows them to reach a bigger audience. Yeah, so that's what I think is best.
But hapo tu kwa LinkedIn, like I just want to know hapo kwa comment section, like how many of you have active LinkedIn accounts? Because personally I've really tried, nimejaribu everything, but my LinkedIn account is very poor. Yeah, so just comment hapo chini, how active are you on LinkedIn? You hear that's one platform that you can get mentorship. Yeah, tuingie pale. Nyinyi mko na LinkedIn accounts? Mko nao lakini ngoja.
By the way, go connect.
How do
Go
you,
connect.
yeah, what do you do to like grow your LinkedIn account?
So actually nilipoteza my first account. Ilikuwa na a number of connections. Then I had to restart again. Unajua sasa hiyo ni ngumu, but for you to grow, you have to connect with the right people. Let's say you're in IT, or let's say data science. You search through data science, like you could search for LinkedIn, data science. Then you filter out your interest, or maybe you see someone talking about data science, or their profile inaongelea data science, machine learning, etc. So you connect with that person or you follow them. So once you follow them, your page will be filled with information about what they post about data science and all those things. And that's how you have a bigger presence on LinkedIn. Another way is to comment on posts related to what you're interested in. So commenting, liking what people post, and also posting. Doesn't matter what you're posting, just share like sometimes I say I hear a lot said about just let people know what you're doing, even if it's small. So whatever you're doing, I try my best to post what I learn on machine learning. I'm not very consistent lately, but I try as much as possible to make sure that people know what I'm doing. Because recently, my friend told me that she wanted someone to do training or to train a bunch of trainees, some students on machine learning and PySpark. PySpark is something on machine learning. So she said she thanked me for sharing what I post. So that's why she accessed me because I posted what I was doing. So if I was not posting what I was doing, then maybe hangejua angepata wapi as someone to teach that kind of stuff. So posting is very important. If you don't have something to post at that time, just react to what people are posting, comment on them, try to reach out to people, enroll for these programs that people post on LinkedIn and other platforms. So just try as much as possible to be there on LinkedIn, because every single day you should just be, rather than doom scrolling, just try to be on LinkedIn. Doom scroll on LinkedIn.
So basically, you just treat it like you treat your IG account,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Facebook, your TikTok account.
yeah. It's like now
for
the
the numbers.
exactly.
Actually speaking on that, mi nakumbuka nini, I have 3 weeks on LinkedIn actually. Nakumbuka nikifungua nilimtumianga link ya kwanza, nimefungua LinkedIn nikaambia Osborn, go connect with me. Ndo nimeingia LinkedIn sasa. But then I have 3 weeks and I have more than 420 connections
Hey,
within 3 weeks. For real,
That's
like
nice.
na
that's a
ni
milestone.
unajua kazi nimefanya, kazi ni kuingia na kuangalia wase like the same industry, watu wako like software engineering and everything. Then na connect na sijui but niko nayo because wana connect back, tulianza na Richi ama ni aje mzee. So there's this saying wanasemanga, najua kwa hundreds huko. So there's this saying wanasemanga, but they go connect Makori Richard So there's this saying wanasemanga, you move from no LinkedIn to LinkedIn to no LinkedIn. Like, okay, first you have no LinkedIn account, sindio?
Yeah.
But because now you're actively looking for a role, you have to create a LinkedIn. Venye society imetuambia like at least network nini. After umepata LinkedIn, then going to no LinkedIn means unajua the moment ushapata kazi na kulipa the way you want. Hadi kuna watu pia wanatokanga online like hata IG account ana refresh, anavuta tu, anaanza tu life yake mpya. For real, that's the goal, like from no LinkedIn to LinkedIn to no LinkedIn. Like watu wajui LinkedIn tumetajataja sana, it's platform like just like kama IG, Facebook, but now here ni professionals. Sindio, sijui kama hivyo ndo unaweza iweka like this is where now you connect with professionals. Unajua huko kwingine utapata all sorts of people, lakini hapo unapata what someone does. Hadi kwa bio ukiangalia ni what that guy or that lady does, sindio?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and speaking of that, okay, do you believe sahii venye tunaenda watu wametajataja AI, and because you are into that, do you believe AI will replace people's jobs?
Not necessarily. I think venye most people say is AI will not replace people. It's people using AI that will replace people who don't.
Thank you. Say it again. Umesikia hiyo? AI won't replace people, but people who use AI will replace.
Yeah. To replace those people who don't use it.
Yeah.
Unaona? So as much as maybe hauko kwa the domain ya tech, maybe uko kwa law or something, just try to make sure that you're exposed to AI. So the people who use AI a lot, and they also add on, like AI is your companion, it's not your replacement. Ikitu inakuja kukusaidia, if you're this productive, then it takes you to this other level. Unaona? bigger than mali ulikuwa ama where you're at, ndio. So AI it's like it boosts your productivity on where you are. So yeah, AI is
So it will basically reach a point where everyone will have to use AI.
Yeah, I believe so. I was watching something on this organization. It's a big organization that funds these big companies. It's called Y Combinator. So Y Combinator is like a venture building company. So venture building is like that company invests in companies that have potential of growing and becoming successful ventures or startups. Like one of them is OpenAI, the originator of ChatGPT. So the I think the founder or something was saying that we're going into the age where employees will have to develop their own AI agents. So an AI agent is like something that it automates your work. So it makes the manual processes in maybe someone who's working in finance could keep records the finances your company automate that process so that it's easier for the employee kufanya other tasks yenye maybe AI cannot do at that time. Unaona? So alikuwa anasema we are coming to that age where AI agents like kila mtu, let's say in a company sasa atakuwa they'll have to learn how to develop their own AI agents. So that means ataka uko kwa, let's say in a company uko kwa finance, you have to create your own agent ifanye kazi yako. No, so that's the work you're going to do as an employee. Yeah.
Okay, so guys who are listening, I know today we have decided to do something different, and I hope you are learning. I hope you're still watching, because this is actually educative. Yeah, I hope you guys are continuing to subscribe, comment on what you've learned on this episode, and what were your thoughts here, like your thoughts. Yeah. So let's break the monotony. So enough about this AI stuff. Now let's talk about your campus life. So how has your campus life been? Apart from AI, apart from how has your campus life been?
My campus life has been interesting to, juggling coursework now doing this other tech stuff is kind of hard because I would say any kuwa balance unajaribu ku making your parents proud na grades na bado you're trying to fill the gap in hizi coursework haifanyi you don't get the skills in huko nje wanahitaji na so balancing is imekuwa ngumu. It's almost niseme tu it's hard for me to do that, but so far I have managed. But even as I get deeper into machine learning, which is very deep and intense, it's even getting harder. But naweza sema campus life is very interesting because when it's like nisemaje, you try your best to make everyone happy. You try to balance coursework, you try to balance your social life, you try to balance your skills and everything. So all these things packed up when unafaa kujuggle. No. So it's hard for me. I'd say my social life is not that I don't have a very loud social life. So mine is basically coursework and this other side, but I usually do a lot of I watch a lot of anime. Yeah, so in my free time na watch anime. I play basketball even though I'm
We're tall.
Sijai kuona mwanangu.
yeah.
Sijai kuona mimi.
Ndio kuanga huko.
Basketball.
Niko na ball. Niko na basketball.
Kwa nyumba.
I play. Mnafaa
Oh my
kucheza.
God.
Guys, bana umse ni wa
Unafaa.
Ama ni ya simu. Unajua inaweza kuwa ni ya simu guys. Unajua say everything is possible. I'm a footballer kwa pesa.
But yeah, mimi nachezanga basketball, si ile sana ya ku for leisure too, as a hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch a lot of podcasts on money, investments, when you're already like people, when nimesema the side of mentorship and all, sometimes podcast hosts, they have these mentors or people you look up to when you listen to. So I listen to, let's say, Alex Momozi, nasikianga, there's this guy called Chris Williamson pia. He's a great podcast host. I listen to, for the local ones, I listen to this podcast called Financially Incorrect. That one. Yeah, I listen to that one. Pia nasikianga the Wicked Edition, Dr. Kingori. Yeah. Yeah, iko. So,
And you also listen to Pentagon.
I also listen to this amazing podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. Great people.
Humble.
Manze.
Kuna hii notion ya most computer science students have. Yes, the classes, they're not helpful. So what do you think about that?
Me nitakuwa honest, they're not that helpful. No.
Disclaimer ipop hapo hivyo nje hivi. Akiongea tunakuwa disclaimer. The words.
So that's why kama ingekuwa helpful singekuwa nafanya this other side.
Thank you.
Because when I got into campus, I had this expectation of tutakuwa tu kwa my laptops building applications, these amazing things.
Websites.
But now on the other side uko kwa notes na slides the boring stuff ndio.
Yeah.
But sasa I got bored, nikaona okay, I can't change everything ama how the system works, but I can change how I approach it ama how I do my things. Okay. So that's why niliona it's best for me to do, you can't change the way lecturers teach, you can't change the curriculum, but you can change the way you approach it and the way you learn things. So how do you move beyond what you learn, and how do you do better than others? Because people will complain all the time, but what are you doing for yourself? No. Yeah, so wanasemanga sometimes it's not you might not be at fault for what happened to you, but you're the one to change that for yourself. No. Yeah, so that's what I believe.
So let's say you didn't join campus, you didn't come to study computer science, but you continued going boot camp after boot camp after boot camp. Do you think you will have been at a better place? Like there is just something that campus is exposed to?
I would say if I took that path of maybe not joining campus and taking some boot camps, I'd say I'd take a few boot camps, not one boot camp after the other. I'd still be doing some great stuff, and doesn't I'd say I'll still be very exposed. That depends, because I believe where you place yourself, or the environment where you expose yourself to, helps you to, it has more impact than going even to campus. Become like attending events, tech events for the tech people, participating in tech competitions, exposes you a lot more than even campus ever will. Now I think campus, there are some people who've succeeded. I could name a few, and people who I admire that they actually dropped out of campus. There are two guys that were doing computer science in UN. They dropped out after 2 years of study, then they founded startups. They both founded a startup in Nairobi, and there's also another guy who did law. Um, he he did law. His name is Benaya Wekundi. He did law. Then he had to drop out because he had to take a break first because of fee and all that. Then he decided to join a boot camp for software engineering for a while. Then after that, he decided to, okay, let me partner with my friend. Let's build this thing. So it depends with what you're aiming for, because I would say I know 4 people who've already succeeded. They're working with big companies already, and no one even asks you, where did you study? What did you do? They see what you're trying to do. What are you trying to build? Yeah. They see, if someone sees your initiative, rest assured mtu atakusupport tu. Akiona tu you're driven to do something, they won't ask you ulisomea wapi, ulifanya nini. People are just interested in what you're actually doing at that time. No. So it depends with what you're doing. If someone is not interested in building a company, then I would say campus could expose you to things like networks. Some campuses, I'd say you find friends or people that maybe have been that their kids to people who've maybe are in tech or maybe where you want to go, and they expose you to like connecting to these people inakusaidia in some way. So campus has some benefits other than the coursework itself. Iko na benefits in networking because you get to meet people who have, unapatana na rafiki yako anakwambia niko na uncle yangu, he works here. You could maybe apply for an attachment, and maybe like you get exposed to all these things in campus so much, unaona. Yeah, so all have their own benefits na pia both have their own challenges. Yeah.
Okay, for example, hivyo umesema bootcamp. I know of a guy, we got the same grade, but hakutaka kwenda campus. Yeye aliniambia aim yake ni okay, sijui ni kama alikuwa mbele yangu, alikuwa shajua university inakuanga aje, but yeye alikuwa ameniambia university ni scam. Kulingana na yeye, the exact word aliniambia ni scam. Kitu atafanya, atakuwa nasoma these short courses za 6 months, 3, 6 months, 9 months hizo. Mpaka by the time namaliza. Na akaniambia ati yeye atakuwa more, so jo pia certificate courses mnafundisha kwa hands on experience.
Yeah.
Si kama degree and everything. So pia kuna ule mse maybe labda angeweza kupata nini, but yeye akaamua ku take that path, maybe diplomas, certificates, bootcamps, nini na nini. Pia nataka kuongelesha wasi. Alafu pia another question ni Kenyan market, like the tech Kenyan market. Do you think Kenya tuko ile position ya I can really employ you without a degree? Like I can really employ you because of what you can do, like in Kenya right now 2026 2025. Are we in that position?
So naweza sema for the one on your friend taking the short bootcamp process, I think hiyo ni a good strategy. Yani it's a good way to learn because it's hands-on practical skills. So it's smart to do that rather than, it depends with what you're doing. If it's tech, then do a lot of boot camps, but okay, don't do a lot. Do the ones that make sense. No, if you do one that is maybe basics, go to the next one that is a bit advanced or intermediate. No. If you do something, let's say you've worked on, you've finished a boot camp, let's say it's 6 months, then the next one should be maybe work on a project first, then go to the next one, which is advanced. Then maybe after that, then try to apply for work, employment, kitu ka hiyo. Unaona? Alafu for the Kenyan, I would say it's tough to find companies that employ you if you don't have a degree. So that's why I've said it depends with what you're doing. The degree for some people is crucial because they still, Kenya doesn't, it hasn't embraced skills as much as it needs to. Unaona? Juu I think Elon Musk alikuwa anasema he wanted to hire someone like I think a software engineer for Tesla, and he said, I don't care where you study, I don't care if you have a degree or not, I just want you to show me the work you've done. No. So that kind of a mentality, I think, should be embraced in Kenya, which at this time, bado.
How many years?
Yeah?
How many years?
Years of?
Ndo tuanze kuimpress.
I don't know, maybe 5, but it depends with how ambitious, the initiative by us ourselves. Are we ready to prove that we are capable? Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of gaps in cybersecurity. There are not very many skilled people in AI, machine learning. So that exposure, that if you prove to people that you can actually build stuff without having a degree, then you'll change people's minds. You'll start changing the policies and all those things. So proving to people by doing is what will change people's perspectives.
I feel like Kenya mali imefika, or either Africa in a whole, as a whole, like we need to embrace and be team players in AI. And like other technologies zenye zimekuwa zikikuja, like tumekuwa tu tukiflow with it na hizo technologies, but it has reached a point where we also need to embrace and be team players in the AI sector. Into what? Into the AI sector, like hiyo teknolojia ya AI yenyewe, like we be team players, tukue wale get vile Elon Musk wanakwanga like wana venture into it. Hapa Kenya kidogo sana utapata watu wana venture into those AI systems, watu wana create their own AIs, robots that can perform some tasks and all. So I was listening to a certain podcast, walikuwa wanasema kwa hiyo issue ya AI replacing the jobs. Walikuwa wanasemaje, if your work is rule based, repetitive, or maybe kitu yenye inaweza kuwa predictable, then be sure that AI can easily replace you. Yeah. But kama your work is more of creative and one-on-one to human connection and also empathetic, because AI I think the difference between the human and AI ni emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence AI haitakuwa nayo. That's what they were saying. Yeah. And so if I may ask, in everything that is existing in this world, kuna advantages and disadvantages, right? So when we are talking about AI, what do you think are the risks that are there in the marketplace? Zenye unaona tu AI kuna venye inaweza ruin place, like those disadvantages.
I would say AI is very resourceful in very many aspects, but as you see in social media, it's being used in the wrong way. There are videos being sent out with deepfake videos, spreading all this wrong information. So that's one way where AI is being misused, and that's a disadvantage. And also, I think AI can be used to, I would say, for Kenya, with the gap in cybersecurity and how people are not that skilled. It could be used by malicious people to penetrate companies and do all those things, because these days you can ask ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini, or some people are skilled enough in cybersecurity that they could develop AI systems that penetrate these kinds of companies in Kenya that are not well invested in good systems and employing the right people in those. Unapata that AI is capable of doing these penetrations on the systems or companies, which will cost companies in Kenya millions of money. No. So that's another disadvantage. But the advantages, I think, are very ziko mingi sana. It's just that people are not well exposed to that. I think the people should be exposed to how AI, like there should be more AI literacy in Kenya in general, because naweza sema it's our generation, we know slightly vizuri how to use AI, but let's say our parents, they can't tell the difference. Sometimes they can't tell the difference between deepfakes and real videos, and photos as well, because these days they're getting really good at creating images and videos of people. See? Yeah, so AI literacy is important for people to know the differences between real images and deepfake videos. Yeah.
Okay, for example, I've listened maybe the podcast. I'm a third year, I'm a second year, and I want to venture into AI because actually it's the future. So kuna mtu maybe alikuwa amepanga atakuwa maybe web developer, ameona hey, this part is interesting and everything, because I know you've done research and you love research. As an AI engineer, how much do they expect to earn?
In Kenya,
Okay, let's start with the local because you have to talk money, by the way.
Yeah.
Because hatuwezi waambia do this na ina do. Sasa mimi bana nikisikia ati kupanda nyasi iko na pesa, mimi naingia usikie. Juu enemy ni poverty, unaona. So like how, like give us just the ranges, like from junior to intermediate to experience, then now give the global figure ya kina US and everything, because I know many people in Kenya actually work for foreign companies and they earn a lot. Like they earn in dollars and spend in shillings. What a privilege. So how much do they expect, the ranges?
The ranges, being a machine learning engineer is kuna pesa hapo.
Okay,
So
let's start with junior machine learning engineer.
Okay, junior machine learning engineer could, let's say, it depends with the company as well.
Okay.
So for the big tech in Kenya, Safaricom, Microsoft, I'm not sure of the numbers, but range would be for juniors 150 to 350. Okay. Yeah.
So that is junior. 150.
Tujongelea senior.
Okay, let's go to intermediate. It's around
350 to 500.
intermediate.
Yeah.
So by intermediate we mean how many years of experience?
Say 3 to 5.
Past 2, sindio? Past 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Then now senior level is 5 years.
Senior level is 5 to 10.
So how much do I expect after 5 years of experience? When I'm, let's say right now I'm 20 plus 5, 25. So when I'm 25, nafaa kuwa earn over 500k.
So hapo ni around 500 plus to 1 M.
So there's some people who are earning 1 million per month.
Yeah.
In Kenya.
Oh God,
Ngoja mimi nimesikia wase wengi ki unmeter lakini wakiwork nje. Kuna kampuni ya Kenya inalipa engineer 1M.
Ziko.
Achana safi.
Ziko.
Damn.
Guys,
oh my God.
wacha tuseme mambo ya AI.
Simchange career.
There's also data engineering.
Yeah.
A friend of mine alikuwa ananiambia sijui ni starting or something ni around 600k.
Starting.
Data engineer.
Starting.
I think ni hapo intermediate. Starting siko sure, but 600k is like the
Intermediate.
So si forex peke yake iko na pesa.
Pia AI iko na pesa.
Hadi
Guys.
data by the data iko na.
Guys, you can't be listening up to this point and you haven't subscribed.
Wow.
We are going to be feeding you in this season. Actually, we're going to be feeding you with like building you. Sawa. Yeah. So continue subscribing and share, comment on what you want us to bring next.
And actually nilikuanga na hii idea ya as we najua the more tunasonga na technology the more pia kuna threats mingi si ndio kuna hizo cyber threats so hadi nishaishia na hawa my idea ni like kufanya unajua kuna wasi wameni DM sana wakiniambia WhatsApp yao imehakiwa si ndio so inamaanisha it is easier to hack WhatsApp. Let me use just a simple application like WhatsApp hiyo ya communication WhatsApp wamehakiwa na ati washahakiwa alafu unapata mtu mwenye amehaka ashatumia watu wote niaje niko kwa ngori nitumie dhao
hadi yangu imehakiwa
unasikia okay udo culprit and I was worried because ile za there was some time back kulikuwa na mambo na politics kwa Twitter kama OX formerly Twitter walikuwa na share screenshots za WhatsApp venye ati MP fulani walikuwa wanapangana na MP fulani venye rais anapeana information kuhusu kitu fulani unajua so me I was wondering if WhatsApp can simply be hacked na this government official wanaongelea mambo na security using WhatsApp uone kama wase wa nje wanaweza access the information Kenya wafai ku access alafu pia even in an organization let's say simple organization like a university is an organization maybe Safaricom maybe nini so mimi nilikuwa na ile idea ya kama ni gava we have 100 engineers si ndio they just build certain application ya communication just hata kama ni clone ya WhatsApp Kenya watakuwa na communicate even like kila organization ikuwe na their own nini yes tujakata uko na WhatsApp lakini uko na bado ile application ya kucommunicate na wase wa kampuni yenu Kenya itakuwa very difficult to hack because now this one is developed by you like the company nyi pia ndo mna get sijui kama mna kama ina make sense because imagine talking about security kuhusu Kenya nini na nini ati kwa camp fulani Somalia tumeka these soldiers kuna 150 soldiers kwa nini leo watatoka lakini imagine vitu kama hizo zikipatikana kwa the wrong hands
itakuwa mbaya
unaona so nilikuwa nafikiria kitu kama hiyo kama ina make sense pia approve like organizations zinafaa ku have their own tool of communication their own application because you have people who can build applications nowadays sindio alafu okay hiyo ilikuwa by the way just a concern alafu pia kuna watu pia wanasema watu wa computer science wako na pesa hata before graduate ni ukweli ama ni uongo
tuambie
na kama okay huyu ameanza mambo mingi hao watu what are they doing like pia kuna mtu pale anataka ku earn maybe ni today because I know most of the people who are going to watch this most 60% are students and they want yes they are not doing computer science others they are doing but they are not earning na pia wanaweza taka kujua easy avenues za ku earn because in that space of course you are exposed unajua nini unafanya you have friends who do that nini so talk to them
so ni ukweli there's money but
underline ni ukweli there's money achana but
kijituma
okay
ukijituma wenyewe you get the money but sasa sometimes the money inaweza kudistract but wacha niseme hivi there are avenues of earning in computer science but not necessarily from the coursework ni from the skills you develop and use so there's freelancing building applications for people then they pay you so there are freelancing sites that people use and that's where hapo ndo unapata watu wengi earn but by the time you start earning you have to tuseme you build a portfolio yenye iko impressive ndo sasa huyu mtu mwenye anataka umfanyie develop an application akutrust wewe kuliko another person unaona so freelancing is one way of earning I think most people earn from hapo most of the times me I pursue that one as much more of participating in competitions so specifically they are called hackathons so hackathons are also another avenue of earning money so but that one is competitive because everyone is chasing the money Juu most of the time naweza sema at first ilikuanga you participate in a competition because you're attracted to the money, and some of them they also pay in dollars, by the way. So iko very, you're encouraged to do that. It's in dollars, you earn in dollars, you spend in
In Kenyan
KS.
shillings.
So that's another avenue. I don't know if there's any other avenue, but I think competitions are a good way, because for that one, if you collaborate with, there are platforms where you can collaborate with people from outside the country, and chances are there are big companies that host competitions that pay a lot of money. It's like some a lot of, it's like funding. It's like if someone is interested in a solution for these competitions, inakwanga mostly focused on people who want to build ventures or startups. No. So if you win these competitions hosted by big companies, inakwanga some sort of funding that si ati ni loan, it's your money that you get. No. So as much as
It's a grant.
Exactly. So as much as it's competitive, inakwanga a good way to, other than the money, you get exposed. If you participate in these competitions, you find people outside there, they're building some really good projects. So you challenge yourself. There was this guy tumeongea naye hapo, huyo msee akisema like go outside and look at, like outside the country, look at what people are doing and try to implement it here. No. So you can do that by actually being here. Si lazima utoke. No. By looking at other people's projects on LinkedIn, on other platforms that talk about hackathons and competitions, and try to implement that here in the local hackathons. So that's a strategy of winning hackathons, local hackathons, the local competitions. So trying to do something that has been implemented elsewhere where you're familiar, so that actually it's a strategy.
Wow.
Okay, like you've talked about hackathons. Na hapo you get to experience different people building projects from scratch, right? So I just want to know, because you've attended many, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nilikuwa nataka kujua kuna zile challenges zenye young people face to bring out their ideas to be real projects. Like what are those challenges that they face?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question, because there are many challenges. There are many challenges. Many people have ideas. Now there's this guy called the first CEO of Netflix, alikuwa anasemanga, anaitwa Mark Randolph. He says that there are good ideas, or nisemaje, all good ideas are actually bad. It's how you implement them. No. So once you start with an idea, jua tu it could possibly fail. No. But how are you going to make it good, and how are you going to avoid it from failing? No. So how do you avoid the project from failing? And naweza sema the challenge is how people approach, how they tell their story. Mtu anaweza kuwa na an idea but you don't know how to articulate well what you're trying to solve. Unaona? So if you look at if you have an idea, or let's say something that is familiar with you, a problem that umeona around you that exists, unaona, but you don't know how to say it well, hakuna mtu like no one will respond to what you're trying to solve. No. So that's a challenge that most people have, and that's why you need to expose yourself to these competitions. In the competitions, you get to see people waki submit the projects, and in these competitions unapatanga they have like a 3 to 5 minute video explaining what they are trying to solve, how they built it, what they used, nini. So you look at the top projects, they know how to tell their story. The thing is, most people wanaonanga ni kama ni the technical expertise na kufanya stand out sana because these days anyone can build anything, but sasa the thing that makes you different is the emotional intelligence nilikuwa naongelea. Unaona, you bring a hook, yani how do you make people be interested in what you're building? Unaona, so if you try to craft a story, yeah, an example ni, let's say you're trying to solve a problem on students not having mentors. Unaona, you bring that emotional feeling, imagine this, you're a student juggling all this and this, you're confused about what you want to do, this and this. No, that's kind of a story. Sindio? So you say, we're trying to solve this kind of a problem, and this is the solution you're bringing. So that's how you craft your story. You can explain kwa competitions. This is how you should tell your story. Why mbona tujali kitu na build, unaona? Mbona tujali ni problem gani una solve, na is it a big problem that you're trying to solve, unaona? So sometimes mtu anakuwa na idea but I make sense, like I make sense juu most people are interested in how most organizations by they host these competitions juu wanataka kujua, like it's something they want to implement in their companies. Unaona, so kama si kitu yenye inaweza kuwa implemented, then you're not solving a real problem. Unaona, yeah, so I think that's it, yeah, for the ideas.
Wow, what a great story, what a great journey.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
Kama hujakuwa inspired at this moment, I don't know. And as we are winding up, because I know time is not on our side, there's nothing, okay, kuna kitu tujaongelea. Yeah, we have not talked about community building. So the few minutes remaining, just talk about what you do in community building, because I'm pretty sure you are working with PLP, Powerland Project. Actually, that's a big organization, Africa organization. Congratulations, by the way, for being an ambassador there. So talk to them, your ambassador role, what you do and what PLP does. How will they join kama wako Chuka, because kuna watu wengine pia wajajoin, and is it strictly for only watu wanafanya computer science, IT ama nini? Alafu pia how will they reach you, how will they reach PLP Chuka? And yeah, then we wind up maybe.
Yeah, so community building is very crucial because I think for the past 2 years I've been in campus, there's a lot I've lacked that I wish I knew earlier. And that's why I think it's important to engage with community and try to expose people to people that have made it and all that. So as the campus ambassador for Powerland Project in Chuka University, we have been told that we know that we need to have more community engagement where you try to expose people to tech skills and all those things. You don't necessarily have to be in tech to learn AI, because I think everyone should learn AI, the fundamentals of AI, and that's what we expose people to. Having something that I thought of, plus adding on to the community engagement, is build sessions. So I call it the Chiromo build sessions, something that I came up with a friend of mine, that you're trying to build as well. Is Chiromo build sessions is like we've integrated it with the community engagement, with my role as the campus ambassador, to bring people, to expose people to competitions, hackathons, and how to navigate them. Even if you're a beginner, even if you're not in tech, you can still do this competitions, can still participate in them. So this build sessions actually exposes you to the tricks, the tips, and the strategies to win using these AI tools that have made work so easy these days. So I think community engagement is very crucial because for the things that I know now that I wish I knew earlier, it's important that niambie watu wajue, unaona, so that even when people have ideas wakianza first year, at least even if they still proceed their studies mpaka mwisho, by the time they're out of school they have something that they already started a long time ago, ndo wasibaki, because me believe watu wengi wanatoka campus and they have no idea what they are doing, unaona. So nataka watu watoke, maybe umeanza first year, second year, third year, fourth year, by the time unatoka you already have something built enye you are going to implement, ama you already have a portfolio yenye you can use outside and to get jobs or to create something of your own, unaona. Yeah, so that's why I think the build sessions has been something that I'm driven to do. Na so far I've hosted three successful sessions.
Oh, congratulations.
So far, yeah. And we've hosted John Tingoi, by the way, the World Quant champion, the second runners-up. We had Caleb Jefune, is a good friend. He is a founder. He actually dropped out of school. So he was also doing computer science, but he decided to start his own thing. So he's the founder of Reboot AI. It's like a mental wellness platform. And he's traveling the world right now just because he did not let society define him, but he defined it for himself. No. People will tell you go to school, study this and this, but if you follow your path and you inaitwanga, I call it the high agency, where it means you could define how you want your life to look like, not see your environment defines you. That's what it means. If you become a person who doesn't follow what people do, then uta stand out, because tuseme kama kila mtu angekuwa like, there are people who are highly successful. They don't play the same game as some people, so that's why they are where they are, unaona. So playing doing things differently actually makes you stand out, na you become better than most people, unaona. Yeah, so that's it on community engagement.
Oh wow, it was nice to have you. We mentioned John Tigo. Kwanza utatupea next time tutamuhost. Tutajaribu. Do you know that guy?
World Quant second runners up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Worldwide second runners up. Kwa hivyo inamaanisha tu alikuwa the first, like he was the winner in Kenya, sindio?
Maybe even in Africa.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Damn, alishinda watu 80,000.
Yeah.
Tutamhost next. Acha tutaongea na Osborn atupe namba kidogo tufanye ile mambo.
Tucheze na kamambos.
Sindio? So it was nice having you, Osborn. I think there's some things that we've not talked about. Your personal life, vitu zingine pia, what you're doing, nini na nini. So me, I'm looking forward for the next session together. Tutaiweka hapo hivyo part 2 ama anything, because I know people gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming through. I know it's not easy. 60 minutes of your time is a lot.
Nuggets of wisdom from my God.
Unajua 60 minutes unafanya nini wewe? Vitu mingi. Unajua 60 minutes ni same. Ama ni
Yeah.
60 minutes unafanya vitu mingi sana. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. It was nice having you. At least ume open eyes for many of us, I included. Like vitu mingi sana. So and we'll keep you posted. Next episode is gonna be lit.
Yeah.
We're gonna host crazy guests here. And tumesema ni season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2, you're not ready. You're not ready. Kabisa, mimi najua mko ready. Kama nitakuona politicians mtamuona hapa. Kama nitakuona tech innovators mshaanza kuwaona. Kama
entrepreneurs.
Thank you. Kama mnataka pia farmers mtatuambia pia. Kama mnataka pia content creators mtatuambia pia, najua. Like season 2 is gonna be a learning experience. You're gonna, like you're gonna get everything.
We are feeding you with skills.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Inspiration.
Yes.
Everything in it.
Make sure you
And
subscribe.
Osborn, us as the Pentagon family, we are wishing you all the best.
Yeah.
Grow, you continue to inspire people.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been a great session. Nimejibamba to share the nuggets because nazo, and looking forward to the next one.
Alafu pia kama utakuwa na siku, unajua I know in some future utakuwa na launch something. In the near future ukitaka launch kitu wetu tuite, we're gonna air it. Na tulete hapo waone like unasema yes, hata kama utapata hizo sign ups or anything. Wakati tuna launch tutaipanga tu vizuri, tukupangie shughuli na ifanyike ama si
Of course.
Ndivyo.
Make sure you subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.
Season 2.